Hey, everybody. It's Kim Love Jones here, the certified relationship coach. Okay, so I got to tell y'all this real quick. One of my good friends, one of my old business partners, Kineta Reid, she had hit me with a question the other day. And so I was like, she said, Kim, let's talk about, talk about this as a topic. I said, yeah, we can talk about it. So I'm going to tell you, Kineta is an amazing sister. Me and her have similar paths. I absolutely love her. She's got a great personality. And I wanted to bring her on so we can discuss some of the stuff that you share with your spouse or your partner. Like, what's too much? Like, how much should you share with your spouse? So without further ado, I want to introduce to you my sister, Kineta Reid. Let's get it.
Hi, everybody.
Hey,
Hope everybody is
Kineta.
doing well this evening. Hi, Sugar, Sugar.
Hey. I don't know if you could still go to your Facebook page, if you could share it out. I'm going to see if I could do it right now.
Okay.
Um, yes, I'm going to see because I don't know if it's going to let me. So I think it's been giving me like problems.
Yeah, what I'm
Yeah.
doing now, yeah. Um, I don't think it's going I don't think it's gonna do it. I think I did it earlier, shared it that was coming on, but I don't think it's gonna let me do it in the middle of it.
Okay, so you have to share it then. You
Okay.
could share it. You could share it. You could
Okay.
share it. Yeah. If you could share it, that'd be good, right?
Okay.
Okay. All right. All right. Hey, my beautiful people. I cannot see your names. I see hey and I see hello. Give StreamYard permission to see your name, right? I promise you they're not gonna keep it forever, right? They're only gonna keep it for a minute. So, Kineta, I
Yes.
know that you share with me some things. Tell me, because you want to know what you really want to know is how much should you share with your partner, right?
Yes.
This is a really good question. So, for all of my singles and married folks, get up on here. Y'all want to share this video because this is going to be good.
I just pretty much I want to get the perspective of both married couples and singles. How much do you share and how much do you don't share with your partner? What is your guidelines? Do you have a need to know list or something in that perspective? Because I've had a similar kind of scenario, but I just need to know from both. I want to hear from the single couples first. What are your guidelines of how much of your partner, your muse, your significant other do you share, want to know? Do you share? Do you want them to know? Or how much movement do they know that you do?
Mm,
The men can
okay.
go first, but this is a thing for both men and women.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that that is a wonderful question. Somebody said everything. I saw that before because I went over to Facebook. Um,
Okay.
Tasha says everything. You should share everything,
She
right?
share everything. What type of relationship do she have that she shares everything?
She's married.
Okay.
Glenn said, well, you better see mine. How are you guys? Glenn is saying hello. Hey,
Hello.
Glenn. I was waving at you earlier when Canetta was talking. Yes, Glenn said, hey, y'all better see mines. Yeah, I can see your name, Glenn.
Okay.
I can see
Mm-hmm.
mine. So, yeah, so here is my take on it. How many people out there think you need, if you have somebody that you're dating, how much of your life, right? How much of what you do you need to share with your partner, right? Y'all share this video out, share it with your friends. Um, how much? And if you're married, right? And there's only a few people on watching, we're gonna give them a few minutes to jump on.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, because I think like that is such an interesting question. How much of your day to day do you share with somebody who is just your boyfriend or
Yes.
somebody that you're dating or your husband. Wait. Glenn said they lying. No, they don't tell everything. I don't believe. Glenn, okay, right, because they tell you about the pair of shoes they snuck in the house, right?
No, no,
Right, because they bought an extra pair of shoes. They ain't telling you that part, right?
no.
Right, they gonna hide that, Glenn. They like, and the credit
Mm-mm.
card bill. Right.
No.
We ain't trying to, we not trying to do that.
Any shopping experience, expenses, different stuff. No, they're gonna hide that. They're not gonna share all of that. Married or
Like, keep
not
my
married, they're
money.
not gonna share all of that.
Okay, so I'm gonna dive right in
Okay.
because I talked to you earlier, and one of your question was, Kim, well, how much do you share if you are dating? So the question would be, because everything is, subjective, right? It's not a one size fit all for everybody,
Right.
right? So let me be clear about that. But first tell me why that's important to you without, going in too deep if you don't want to, right? Tell
I
me why.
find it I find that is important because it depends on what type of relationship you're in. That if you're married, that's totally a different type of level of sharing.
Right,
When you're
right.
just dating, I think there are certain boundaries and guidelines that your mate, your significant other doesn't need to know your every move unless y'all living together, you're sharing finances, different stuff like that. But when you just dating, I don't that's my perspective. That might not be everybody else's.
Hmm.
How much do you share? And as I quoted earlier, do you have a need to know list? Because only certain things you need to know and certain things you don't need to know.
Right. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. So if you're dating, how serious is the dating?
Um,
Is that your boyfriend or just a date?
we're gonna say boyfriend.
Okay, so it's a
Hmm.
boyfriend.
Hmm.
Okay, do they pay your bills?
No,
Okay, okay, okay. So, do you want to get married? That's the question.
I did, but now I'm subject to just stay in my lane because some things cause a lot of confusion um in the relationship when you don't give all details. So that's why that question came up because a lot of times people get that confused when they don't give you details. Their mind tend to wonder. It's not hiding, it's not doing anything, but I just feel me as an individual, if we're just dating, you don't need to know every move I make, just like I don't need to know every move you make. As long as I have some type of agreement. If you don't have an agreement, then it is what it is. It's just you're dating. You have to come to some kind of, like I said, conclusional agreement. What type the relationship that you're in? How much are you feeding into this person for them to know everything, just enough until you get to that point of, am I? Are we getting married? Then we can go past that sharing everything. But nah,
Okay, okay. Well, I'm going to say this because when you're dating someone, usually, like when you first get together and you're dating and you just met somebody, it's a natural occurrence, right?
right,
That if you're on the phone and you're talking and you're like, well, I'm not going to be able to come over today, babe, whatever, or honey, or whatever they call you, right?
right,
I'm going out with the fellas and we're going to go play pool, or we're going to a bachelor party, or we're going to the movies, me and my boys, or whatever, or whatever it is.
right,
The natural um response to the way that a person feels about you, they're going to want you to know what they're doing so you do not have to guess,
correct,
right? So when we begin to kind of pull back, and this is for single people, when we begin to kind of withdraw and pull back, right, it is saying, I'm not so sure that I want to share this information with you, right?
correct,
So, because of that, it is almost like a little bit of a raise of a red flag, because when you genuinely want somebody in your life and you genuinely care about them, we tend to be more open and more upfront about what we're doing, because the truth is there's really nothing to it. The only resistance that one might have, right, is the resistance that one might have is if you think that somebody is trying to control the environment, right?
Right.
So if it's a tool that's not in a healthy way, like if they asking you other than you telling them, that's when a problem comes in at, right? Because, oh, well, where was you at today? That's almost, that's when you kind of like, questioning people.
Yeah.
You
Pretty
understand?
much. Yes.
So it's different. It's different when you volunteer the information because you really want the person to know, because you care about them and they care about you, what's going on in your life, right? So you
Right.
willingly share that information. It's not even a issue, because yeah,
Right.
you just want you
Some
to.
things, I mean, I'm saying some things you don't need a second guess, you're gonna tell. But, in some things it's like, okay, well, some things I think sometimes your mate don't need to know, just
Like what? What would your
like,
mate not need to know?
if you it's for scenario, if I say I have plans and the plans don't include you, my thing is just go with that, and I'll let you know if the plans change. If the plans that change, then okay, I'll let you know this is this. But I guess I'm a type of person, I don't volunteer a lot of information. If I want you to
Mhm.
know, I'll tell you. If I don't think
Uh-huh.
you should know, I'll just leave it. I won't discuss it. It'll just bypass. But I know a lot of people who do volunteer information. That's
Right.
how that's good for them if that's their type of relationship. I mean, I don't have a problem with any sharing stuff, but some things I'm like, okay, I don't think you need to know I'm going everywhere. Like, it's
Uh-huh.
not
And
necessary.
why is that?
I don't know. To me, just for me, it's not for everybody. I don't want everybody to take this
Mhm.
personally.
I know, I'm
To
curious because
me,
I wanna
yeah.
know.
To me, sometimes I just think you just trying to keep a tab on me, and like, I don't really like that, because I'm not the type of person to keep a tab on you. Like, if you're going somewhere, you say you're going, okay, I believe you. If
Right.
something else comes up, it comes up. I'm the type of person, I just like to give you enough rope to hang yourself. If that's what you say you doing, you do it. I don't ask for
Not enough
details.
rope to hang yourself.
I'm like, I don't ask for details. I was like, if that's what you say you doing, that's what you say you doing. I'm not gonna go behind you, do Inspector Gadget, and try to check on you and see if that's what you actually doing.
Oh, so you think that the person is just doing that to come behind you.
There to
Check.
see if this is what you doing, or because I didn't let them know that exactly what I'm doing. Oh, you out here doing this? No, that's not the fact. You just didn't need to know what I was doing at the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. 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 Because I'm really curious about that. I'm really curious about that. Now, what has happened over the last since the first Thursday in January? I started to put married couples, up on Thought Provoking Thursday, because this is a really, really good question, right?
Hmm.
And what I found out while I was interviewing these married couples was that they had all come at some point into agreement, right? Because they're married at this point, and when they were dating, they were dating. So that's why I asked you, like, did you want to be married? Because it's like a different mindset when you meet the right person,
Person.
right?
It is.
It's a very different mindset when you meet the right person. You don't think about that because you really truly want to come together and build something with them, right?
Right. As
It's
as
different.
one.
Yes, it's different, and I'm saying even in their dating season, right? The guy, the men had clarity, like either she's it or um I'm gonna post your comment, Glenn. I'm coming to that. But like they knew that this particular, or some of them didn't know at first. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But as they grew because they came together and they understood, like, yo, and like I'm really feeling you, and I think I want to share the rest of my life with you, right? And so I showcase them on purpose because we're leading up to Valentine's Day, right? And I
Yeah.
wanted the women and the brothers to know that it really is possible when you have people. It doesn't mean everybody it was started out so healthy and everything was wonderful and great. It doesn't mean that, right? It simply means that they were willing to work on the things, right? That they needed to work on to become these power couples in their own right, right?
Right.
So I asked you that question about wanting to be married because I believe that that is an extreme that's really important, right?
Yeah.
And if you really want that, then you're not to say that this person is not the person, right, for you, because I don't know that, right? I don't even know if you know
Right.
that yet, right? But
No.
what I'm saying, but yeah, but what I'm saying is that there are some things that there's a part of me that I do not know. I want my partner to see all of me, right? To
Right.
know it all, right? And the reason why that is because I don't want him to have to ever second guess where I'm going. So I'm gonna always be upfront, right? And say, babe, I got a show to do here. I got to ride to Philly tomorrow. I got to do this. I got to do that, babe. And then he's the first person I want to call to tell about anything that's going on in my life because I'm excited to talk to him and let him know. And
Right.
I know that my husband is the type of man who is going to be excited for me and be like, babe, I knew you could do it. You know what I'm saying? Babe, I want you to have a good time, babe. Dot, 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 dot. Right. So
Right.
if your mindset is already around, like, yo, don't be trying to clock where I'm at, son. You know what I'm saying? You
Yes.
That's New York. That's New York all day. Yo, son, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Right.
Got you. Yes.
With that little fire, then you kind of, because you kind of gotta, not you, but people
Right.
in general,
People.
right? If and in fact you want your relationship to morph and to grow, the mindset needs to be, I want to share every part of myself with you. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I know
Got you.
that everybody's not in the same place.
Like, yeah, no. A
Okay,
lot of people are not in the same space. And
right.
I guess until they get to be as one, then that's why I asked that question. How much of yourself do you share with your significant other?
Okay. Yeah. It depends on what stage you're in,
If you, yeah,
right?
it would say the relationship you are in
Right. And how much you genuinely care about the other
and for
person.
that person.
Right. But it has to be reciprocal,
So,
right? It got
yes,
to be like the two, because then it makes sense, right?
correct.
Right. So now the other one is I'm gonna put Glenn's comment up here. Okay, so wait. Natasha says honest or do not answer. Keep it moving. Natasha says it's better to tell everything because you give the other person a chance to decide if they want to be a part of that or not. Okay.
Okay,
All right. And they said, right. Okay.
right.
And Glenn says, wait, where are you at, Glenn? There you go. Nope, not that comment. I want this comment. Seriously, though, I think we all need to keep something to ourselves. Okay, Glenn, and what would that like what is
I
what's the
need him to give me an example.
like the shoes? Yeah, because I need an example of that.
Example.
Right? Yeah, girl, I tell you, I don't know who that is, Facebook user. I don't don't put up Facebook user comments because I need to know if I'm talking who on I need to give StreamYard permission to see your
Okay,
name
he
so
said
I
that's
can
so
see.
true. In the aspect your mate needs to know where you are at because of the world we live in now. Well, that's true. That depends. I mean, that's so true, Mr. Glenn. Like I said, that depends on what type of relationship you are in. That your mate needs to know where you are.
Yeah, yeah. It really does because it's like okay, so when I think about being in a relationship with somebody, they are like when we get married are my covering, right?
Right.
They are my protection. Like I'm not going to be with somebody who's not protecting me,
Correct.
right? Because I need to feel safe. I need to feel protected, cared for, loved, right? As
Mm-hmm.
most women do, right? And so just based on that and that alone, right? If I'm with somebody, I want them to know that kind of stuff that I'm doing and where I'm at. Babe, I'm getting ready to go to Roosevelt Field Mall. And it won't be because they demand it.
Right.
It'll be because I just want
It's for
to.
you
Yeah,
to tell them. If you feel confident just to release
yes,
that information, then
yes,
yes. But
yes.
if you didn't want them to know that information, you was like, okay, I'll be back. And that's what you say, I'll be
Right.
back. But a lot of
Yeah,
times
because
men
if you
or
go,
women can't accept the, what I'm saying is that general answer. And I'm like, okay. So that's why,
oh,
I'd be a little hesitant sometimes. It's like, well, why you didn't tell me you was going? I didn't feel the need you needed to know. I just went and came back.
right. Okay. So, like, if you went to the corner store, you mean?
Right. If
Oh,
you're
okay.
going from yeah.
Right. That is not that
Not if you're
serious.
going across the country. Now, if you're going across country out of state, I mean cross country for 2 or 3 days, of course, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna be here, such and such. I might not give you full details because all details are not necessary you need to give.
Uh huh.
So like it's just like when they say the phrase what goes on in Vegas, stay in Vegas. If you go on a girl trip, say you stay there. Like whatever happens, stays there. Not necessarily that's what y'all gonna do, but when girls get with their girlfriends, they do things that their boyfriend husbands do not know. And
Oh,
they can't tell me they do. They tell them this happened, that happened. You can't tell me. You'll be lying to yourself if you tell me that.
right. Now, see, Glenn, that's what I'm talking about, Glenn. Hey, Midway. What's up, baby? Okay, so Midway says privacy is important in a relationship.
Mhm.
And he also says, hello, Kineta. He's saying hi.
Hi.
Okay, all right. And so Glenn says some things your mate is not ready to handle or deal with, like your past relationship. He or she may not be able to handle that because you are still friends. Oh, being friends. Wait. Being friends with your ex and you don't tell, hey, what's up, Hector? I see you, baby.
Good
Good,
evening.
says good evening, everybody. Glenn, wait,
But
Glenn.
how did he get to the X? We was just saying
I
in
don't know,
general.
right? Yeah, I'm like, wait, Glenn, wait, hold up,
Oh,
wait a
hold
minute,
up.
because you
One
and
thing at a
still
time.
friends, Glenn. Like, wait a minute. Hey, sugar, I see you, Hector. Wait a minute, Glenn, because you still friends with the. Wait a minute, wait. I'm trying to figure this out because you still got a friendship with the ex, so you can't tell your new situation
Oh, so he got
with the
more
ex.
going on than we did. I
Hello,
was just saying in
somebody.
general, what things you need to tell your
Glenn,
mate, the one that you are with now. Your ex shouldn't even be in the picture.
Glenn, I'm side eyeing you right now. I'm like, okay, you play too much, Glenn. Glenn, I don't know what you're talking about. I have to talk about this
Wait
later.
a minute, he bringing out secrets. Don't do that.
Wait. Oh, he said no. I was giving an example. Okay, Glenn, because you know
Okay.
I was side eyeing. I was
Like, wait a
like,
minute, how
okay,
he know that? I was like, no, I'm just we speaking in general.
hey,
The person that you are with now.
yeah. I'm like, wait, hold the phone, okay? Glenn, don't be playing like that.
Oh my
Wait,
goodness.
no, somebody.
Ooh, oh my
So
goodness.
okay, I
Ooh,
get it. And you know what? That's what I was gonna say because I know you don't, Glenn. I'm just playing with you. I'm
you-
just teasing around. So one of the things that I was gonna say, and um, honestly, I don't think you need to discuss your past in that way either, Glenn. I mean, honestly, like people are in your past for a reason, and I'm not saying. Let me be clear that if the conversation comes up, that you shouldn't say. He said y'all woke now for real. 'Cause,
yes.
Glenn, you just started trouble. That's for sure. So so but my point is, yeah, there's some things that I don't think need to be discussed, honestly.
Right. Yes.
You know, and I'm just being honest because I think what happens is that sometimes you can really mess up your future worrying about your past.
Yes,
And it
yes,
only needs to come up in reference, right, to something serious that comes up, right? Like
right,
my kid's father, right? um I talk about my past relationships as examples, right,
right.
of what I've learned. But to sit down and be discussing anything in my past with any great detail is, it doesn't even make any sense. Hello, Patricia. How are you? Yeah, I don't see the benefit of discussing your past relationships. I really don't.
No, no,
And I don't think, other than to say, like, we just broke up, or we broke up 6 months, a year ago, that's my person that I was dealing with. I really don't think that we need to discuss everything with with your partner.
no.
Yeah,
I
because
don't
you
think
go
you
in
should
too
be
deep.
able to. Right, you getting in too deep. I don't think you should discuss everything. Certain things you just don't need to discuss.
Right.
That you just need to leave it right there.
Right. In the past.
Mhm. Right,
Exactly where it
correct.
belongs. Now, if you out at the mall and you see, and then this guy is gawking at you, you're like, yo, who's that? That's my ex-boyfriend. He's stupid. Whatever. You know, whatever. You know what I
Yes,
mean?
yep.
Because how do you expect, you're not hiding
I didn't
anything,
anything. No,
but
you're
you're
not.
not expecting to, well, at least me, I don't see the value in it.
Mm-mm.
I don't see the value in it, honestly. I think when you say too much, you're actually creating a problem, right?
Now that you can create a problem by talking too much about your past
Right.
than what you trying to build in front of you.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Because I don't think it even really matters. I'm like, if we moving forward, let us keep moving forward. Let us do what we have to do. And real talk, it's not necessary um to go into all of that. And
Right.
Glenn says, why won't this thing show? Oh, okay. Now that's my point. You can't tell everything to your mate. Wait.
He said no, he not
Wait, and
stupid.
then wait. Why you say he's not stupid? He just got with you anymore. I don't know,
No,
because what was the reason why y'all broke up? That's why I'm saying that. Y'all is
is
too
it-
funny.
I mean, in
Okay.
the sense that you should have some type of both individuals should have their own personal time. I mean, whether it's 5, 10 minutes or 24 hours. That's all I'm saying. That everything doesn't need to be discussed all the time. Of course, when you're married, like I said, that's a whole different scenario when you're married. So it all depends on what type of relationship you're in. That would be my point. Like I said, certain
Right,
things you can discuss, some things you don't, some things you just let your mate have their own private moment, and that's it.
right, right. Okay, so Terry says, right, because at some point it seems too much talk about the past suggests that you're still there.
Exactly.
Right, right. And I completely agree with that. I
Hmm.
completely agree with that. I think that at a certain point, you're not like talking about anything that has to do with your past. All you talking about is what y'all going to do next, and planning your
Exactly.
future, right?
Like,
That's where I am. Yeah.
is this doing this? Like, and then when you're dating, when you're in a relationship to date, you're dating. Don't just say you're in a relationship. You're supposed to date while you're in the relationship.
Yes. But you know what? Okay, so courting is different
Yes,
than dating.
yes. The courting is very different from dating.
Right. Courting is with the intention. Dating is, I could be dating you
You
today,
date
but I could
and
be
date
dating
somebody
somebody else
tomorrow.
tomorrow. It ain't that serious, because you have not made me feel like we are in a relationship that is moving towards, right, something more.
Or
We just kicking it. I mean, we dating. Are we dating exclusively? You understand what I'm saying? Are we moving to the next level, to some sort of a commitment, right? Or are we just
correct.
going out to dinner on occasion? Like, hey,
But you,
what's up? Hey, how you? So that would depend on whether or not that information went anywhere. You know what I mean?
Correct. But you'd be amazed, Cam. A lot of people don't know the difference between courting and dating.
No, 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 no,
They
they
really
don't.
don't.
And in fact, I think I just looked it up the other day because I was like, because I always thought dating was courting. And then when I looked it up the other day, the definition of courting is when you're about to get married. Like, you're making plans to get married, you're seeing each other and you're monogamous, right?
Right. It's you
So
chasing. You chasing that. That's the person you're chasing. As my grandpa would say, you're chasing. That's the person that you're interested. You're looking to spend your life with. That's the courting part.
dating
You,
with a
you,
purpose, right, Terry? I'm sorry. Yeah. Yeah.
hmm
No, you're right. And I don't think I realized the difference until I Googled it or something like the other
Right.
day. Thank God for Google, child. Google, honey, I love me some Google. Google University, child.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So Terry said that's why it's important to heal before moving on to the next
To the
person.
next person, yes.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And some people just like next, 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 and next, and they
Right.
not healed from before. They never gave themselves time to adjust being single before moving to the next person or allowing that person to come into their life.
But if you're just dating, it's not that serious.
Exactly.
Just go ahead and see whoever you want to see, right? Because they could be what's hot because you can only literally date one person at a time if that's what you choose. So if you're
Right.
choosing to date that one person, they may be hot today, and in 60 days they ain't hot no
Ain't
more.
that number one.
Okay, gotta go. See you later.
Right.
Midway says, but when you are starting out dating, don't talk about the past. I agree with that. No, no,
Yeah.
you're
That
100%. I
most
agree with that
definitely.
too.
No, don't do that.
Let's talk about moving forward. Hello, somebody. Okay, wait, Terry, I'm
He said,
sorry.
what did Terry
Dating
say?
is simply, he said, dating is simply chilling out with someone of interest. Courting is dating with a purpose, is what he meant to say.
Exactly.
Yes.
But you
Yes.
also, I when you there's a lot of people that I do know or ran across that's in a relationship but don't date. They just in a
Ooh,
relationship to say they're in one.
right. But they do not date one another. Isn't that
Exactly.
interesting? How
Yes.
does that work exactly? Like, I mean, I want to know, like, because I know you all watching know somebody who is just in a relationship and they really don't do much of anything together,
Nope.
right?
Don't.
Other than be home, watching movies, TV, chilling, that kind of thing, right? Or maybe they live in separate places and they just go over each other's houses, right? They're not really dating.
Nope.
They
They're
just
not
being
dating. They just saying
okay,
they in a relationship, but they're not dating.
right, 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 right.
And dating doesn't cost money. It's just timing. It's what you do together, create memories. You don't necessarily go to fine wine, dine, five-star restaurants to date. You some things
Every
you just
day,
plan
right.
out. Yeah.
Right. You go out, you have, you could go to the movies. The movies cost you about $50 in New York, I promise. And I'm not being funny.
DC is about the same.
I'm like, and that's not even with popcorn. That's just for
No,
get
that's
in.
just for your tickets
I
and
was like, y'all
parking.
crazy. I bet you I'll be watching it on my 5, 6. Like, I'm only playing. I'm just joking. Like, let's go. No, but it's really a real thing. I'm not even sure. And I think I was looking for that definition because I think people are just hooking up and being in what do they call those relationships? Terry, I know they know. You know. Terry knows everything. That's what
You
we're
mean
gonna
like
call him.
shock? You mean like shacking up?
Yeah, they well, not even
Like
shacking because it's not
that.
shacking yet. Because y'all not even claiming each other. What do they call that? When you're not claiming each other, y'all just hitting it. What do y'all call that? I forget. Lord Jesus, y'all pray for me tonight.
Oh.
Um, when y'all just doing the do. Y'all ain't in situationships.
Mm-hmm.
Natasha says, I think you both should both be healed enough to trust that if you're friends with anyone in the past. No, honey, that's not working. We just gonna deal with that. Natasha, we just gonna say this right out in the open. If you are in a relationship with somebody new, and I mean a real relationship, right? You should not be talking to the person in your past that you slept with.
Nope.
And that's real talk. They just your friend. I know they might be your friend, but when you get somebody new and they serious about you shouldn't be giving the person that you was sleeping with, that's now your friend, access to you, because it wouldn't be okay, right?
Right.
If in fact it wouldn't be okay if your new boo found out that that was somebody that seen you, naked. Like, is that cool? I don't know that that's cool. You so
No.
silly. Dating, dating is great vibration, says Kenny.
Hmm.
And Opal said, Patricia says, usually when I meet someone, part of the discussion is he will ask what happened in your last relationship. Why are you single? Now, maybe I'm wrong, but I want to talk a little. I don't want to meet I don't want to meet you just yet. Is it me? But some of the nice men that I have met don't want to talk on the phone or text. They want to meet in person. I need some advice regarding the amount of time we should talk. That's a great, great,
Yeah.
great comment. That's a great question. Oh, they call it friends with benefits. There you go, Glenn.
Oh, that
That's
friends with
right.
benefits. There it
That's
is.
right.
Yeah.
Friends with benefits. I couldn't think of that.
Yeah.
Okay, so Patricia, I don't know why Opal is sticking out to me. Patricia, honestly, you take as much time as you need to get to know somebody over the phone, right? I don't
Mhm.
blame people for not wanting to text, because I don't like text messaging either. I
No,
think that you can't even tell the tenor and the tone of what a person is
it's
saying
an
to you over
expense.
text message, right? So a phone conversation should suffice, right? I'm not quick to jump up and go out with anybody. I could have been probably knowing them for 2 or 3 years, and I'm still not. Like, oh, you want to go out? Oh, okay, that kind of, like, cause okay, I don't know if I'm ready to go out with you. I need more information, because if I just been knowing you, but I haven't been talking to you,
Get to you. That's a
right,
difference.
right, it's a different vibe. It's something
Mm,
else different happening here, right? So I would want to talk to you on the phone to see what your life is like, right? And if it lined up with me, otherwise it's just like it's no point, right? And I'm not saying don't give them a shot. I'm saying I can know somebody in the physical for 3, 4 years and still not necessarily want to jump up and go out on a date with them. I want to get to know them. And
yeah.
that requires sometimes a phone conversation. Like, I have friends that inbox me, hey, Kim, what's up, in my inbox, right, on Facebook. And we chat, and I probably been knowing them for 30 years. But that doesn't mean I want to date you, right? That's going to require you to call me, and for you and I to say, oh, yeah, Kim, what's up? You want to go out for some coffee? Oh, okay. Well, when you want to go? All right. So let me do this. And then we continue, because you want to see if they're really interested. And you continue to do the back and forth, the text message. Hey, what's up? I was thinking about you this morning. Right. Um,
That
No,
phone.
it's
Yeah.
not any across the board, right? It's subjective to the person. No,
Yeah.
because Terry is saying, I don't know if you could see the
Hmm.
comments. Hold on. They call it friends with benefits, is Glenn. Natasha,
Hmm.
that's right. Um, Midway says dating is the energy.
I'll see if I can seek you from universe.
Right.
No one
No
goes
one
on a date
goes on
and
a
seek
date.
negative. Exactly. No one goes on a date to see negative vibes.
Right.
I like
So,
phone to phone. I don't like texting because texting conversations, that's for kids.
yes, that's frequency. I got you, baby.
Hmm.
There is no across the board. There is no across the board for the amount of time you should speak to someone, Patty. It's all about your level of comfort to take it further. Yeah, that's it. Because if I'm not comfortable, or just because I see you on Facebook and I knew you from 30 years ago, doesn't mean I know you
Yeah,
now, right?
exactly. Yeah, across
I
the
don't know what
board.
you've been up to, for real, right?
Hmm.
Glenn says, we old school. We want to hear your voice, and then I want your baby pictures. Make sure you really Sally or not. You know what, Glenn?
He want the life.
Glenn, oh my God, I can't believe you just said that. But wait, but Midway goes facts.
He's, he want the
That
life.
is hilarious. I want to see your baby pictures to make sure you wasn't Paul.
Oh
Oh
Lord,
my.
I
That is
can't.
hilarious. That
Mm-mm.
is hilarious. Y'all is
Uh,
funny. Funny. Okay. So, Patty, I hope that answered your question, at least some of it, because, or Patricia, I'm calling you Patty, but that's Terry's foolishness. Um, okay, why are you single now? Maybe I'm wrong, but I want to talk a little. No, you should tell them why you're single. I think that matters, right? I think that that matters, right? It's okay to tell a person why you're single. Thank you. Thank you,
mm-hmm.
Midway. Um, it's okay to tell a
Okay.
person that you're single, right? Um, and tell them why you're single and what happened in your previous relationship, right? One of the things that I struggle with though, Kineta, is real
Mm-hmm.
talk. I struggle with people being authentic and owning their stuff. One of the things that I look for in other people is whether or not they take responsibility for what has happened in their lives, right? If
Exactly.
they're still telling the story of their past from a posture or position of being a victim, that's a problem,
Right.
right? Because you're not a victim, right? And I know a lot of people say, "Oh no, Kim, that's not true." Okay, y'all inbox me later, because I'm saying what I'm saying, right? And but really, the posture, like, does a person own who they are and how they got here, right? They don't have to be, from like Rocky, running up the steps, like they the champion, but single is not married, and everything that comes under that.
Exactly.
Because if you in a relationship but you're not married, you're single.
You're
If you're
single.
engaged but you ain't married, you still
You're
single.
single.
If you
Until
you
you say
in
I
a
do, you
situationship,
single.
you single. Oh, wait a minute, Benny. Ha. You know what? Wait. I gotta post this. He's a fool. I'm single because I just came home and I'm focused on my rap career.
Red. No,
You a fool. You is a fool.
no. Oh my goodness.
You said,
God.
Kim, your answer helped me a lot, and the response from the others helped me a lot. Thank you. Patricia, you are
Oh.
so welcome, sweetheart. You are so welcome. Benny, how you a mess. You a hot mess. I love you, though. I love you with your crazy self. But anyway, he know I love him. He know I love him. He trying to get his rap career together.
Ooh, oh
Okay.
my
He
goodness.
did not just come on. He playing. He just,
Oh my goodness, that one. He just took
that
me
was
down
funny.
without.
Right. That was
Yes,
pretty crazy.
yes.
Yeah. That's why I love him, because I love crazy people because
Oh my goodness, he took me down with that one. I was like, wait a minute, I wasn't
yes.
expecting that one.
Oh my God. But
Yeah.
yeah, so if you single, oh, he get the best hugs. Oh my God,
Oh,
on the planet. He used to
oh,
come to relationships for him, Kineta, that I used
mm-hmm.
to do. And everybody would line up. All the women at the end of the night would line up for him to give them. And he gives I'd be like, wait, y'all got to back up.
So
I
he
need
must
my
have a
hug.
spiritual connection because if he gives
Ooh,
the best hugs, that means he has a spiritual connection.
I don't know, child. All I know is them hugs was good.
Oh,
Okay, yes. Anyway,
okay.
anyway, but back to what we're saying. Some people are single. Okay. Wait, some people are single because they are not married by law. I'm just asking. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you still single. And
Go.
you know why I say that? Because people, you know what? I know I'm acting up, Glenn. Pray for me. Pray, Glenn, I know you could pray for me too. Pray for me right now. But you know why I say that? Because so many people get it messed up. They be like, oh, we live together, we paying bills, we doing this, we doing that, but you're not married.
Married, you still single. That's
But you
even if
still
you
single.
call it common law marriage. Is no, it's not. It doesn't exist in every
Right,
state, so you're still single.
right. And here's the other thing. If anything happened to you or happened to them, right? You don't have no say so over
So what's
nothing.
up?
You single.
Nothing.
You
Nothing.
single. Real talk. You know? And so I say that to people because I think that it's important to understand where you stand. And I've seen some folks deal with some really crazy things when their boo goes in the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
But he's been separated from his wife for over 20 years. You've been with him for 15 of them 20, right? And
Right.
something happens because he ain't never get a divorce, and the wife comes up in there and could put you out because she's still legally
Legally the wife.
that right. And you're not, yeah, by law. Exactly. By law. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Because Midway is saying by law, right? And you have no like go sit down. That's why I promise I'm and I don't, and it's not just for the sake of the paper, because of course I want to love and I will love my husband, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it is for the sake of taking care of the business that needs to be taken care of,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
So if we can both have trust set up for our children to inherit, like if he got a house and I got a house, like our children can inherit still. We'll set it up in the trust, make sure all of this stuff is done. But God forbid, right, hello, somebody, but God forbid something should happen, right? And now, and we're not married, the kids come and say, oh, okay, well, I'm taking my father, I'm taking his body back, or whatever, if he passed away. You don't have any right. You don't spend 20 the last 15, 18 years of your life with this person, and everything that you had together or you built together is
Just
still
went.
of his, and his kids get to come. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Like, no. Okay, so Glenn says, yes, you're single and doing wifely duties is a no-no.
Definitely a
I asked
no-no.
that question. I just asked that question at the singles mixer I did the other
Mm-hmm.
night when I was
Mm-hmm.
hosting it. I said, how many men? I asked all the brothers in there, show of hands. Benny, I'm coming to your. Wait, I want to read this. It said Texas law states that a common law marriage may be proven by evidence that the couple agreed to be married. And after the agreement, they lived together in this state as husband and wife. And they represented to others that they were married. Oh, okay. That's in Texas. There's no common law in Georgia, and there's no common law, I know, in New York anymore. I don't know.
Yeah,
They're more common.
they recognize common law here in DC,
Oh, they
even though
do.
we're not a state. Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that because not every
Hmm.
state even recognizes common law.
Exactly.
And they used to recognize it, I think, in New York, but they stopped recognizing it in New York.
Yes. Even in Maryland, they don't recognize it. You just a couple living together.
Right, right, right,
Mm-hmm.
right. And so that's a problem. But I just asked the gentlemen that were at the singles mingle the other night, right? We was doing a speed dating thing, me and Sherry Deutsch and Will
Right.
Thomas, right? It was wonderful. It
Mm-hmm.
was amazing. And I asked the brothers, what do you want from your girlfriend? And they all of them said, I said, what do you want your girlfriends to do for you? And what do you want from her? And all of them said nothing. But the women were saying no, because we're gonna iron your clothes, we're gonna cook for you, we're gonna make sure that you got everything that you need. And I said, wait, 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 wait. There
Mm-hmm.
is a definite difference because you're not married to him. Oh, in Alabama also? Oh, and okay, wait a minute. Okay, it's common law in Alabama or it's not. In South Carolina or it's not. Is it, they do have common law in Alabama, Midway, or in South Carolina? Okay, because I need to understand that.
So Mr. Glenn said they do have common law in South Carolina.
No, he didn't. He just said here in South Carolina as well, and I don't know what that
Okay.
means, whether they do or they don't.
So,
Right,
okay.
right. Um, so I think what a lot of women are doing, that's why they say, why buy the cow when the milk is free,
Free.
right? It is common law in South Carolina, yeah, and also in Alabama, yeah. They said it is common law
Mhm.
there. Okay,
Okay.
but what I'm saying, right, is
Mhm.
like if you're doing everything that a wife would do, why would they marry you?
You.
Why would they marry you? Right?
And That's
And
where the
that's
part that
right,
sharing a lot comes in. Sharing of
right,
yourself comes in.
right. And so, oh, you talk about the original thing we were talking about.
Yeah, that how that comes in with that too.
Uh-huh, Canetta.
How
Oh
much
my
of you
God, I'm
sharing?
looking at the nail sugar.
Oh, I'm sorry, my name.
No, I'm like, oh my God, look at this. I have been noticing them, but I'm like, oh, okay, okay
I'm
then.
sorry.
Listen, mine's getting be
Yeah,
longer than this child, but I,
yeah, they are kind of they're kind of long, Kim.
yeah,
I'm
they
not. They're
kinda.
kind of long. Yeah, they're
It's
kind of
all
long.
right.
But,
All
but-
right, all right. So, so right. So your original question is like, where are you in the relationship though, right?
exactly. Yeah.
Because what happens is that of course we want to serve, right? Of course we want to be good to our man, right? If it's just a monogamous relationship, right? If you're dating, you should be doing just that, just dating, right? Let's keep it there. If you're courting and now you're getting serious and you're about to plan a wedding and you're betrothed to one another and you made that decision, like it's, a promise ring, we're going to get married in the next 2 years, you know, that might seem a little different. Maybe you'll start meshing stuff together. Um, okay, so wait a minute, wait a minute. Benny Hot says, wait, so what does she do? What does before wait, so what she does before marriage is what she'll do after marriage. So if she doesn't display those marriage skill sets before marriage, how will he know she will display them once they say I do? That's a really, really good question.
Yeah, that is.
And let me say this. You can tell if a woman is up on top of her job. You can tell. And I'm not saying because when you come in our house is clean, right? You
Because
see,
every female is not domestic.
no, everybody's not, right?
No, men either, not domestic.
Right. And so by the care that she takes, like if you and her, you spend a night together, y'all hung out or whatever,
Hmm.
and she gets up in the morning, she gonna make sure your stuff is neat for you when you get up in the morning. That she lay your things out like so you could be prepared because you got to get up the next day. Like she don't have to be cooking you dinner every night for you to know that she possesses the skill set and the qualities to be a good wife, right? And then maybe there's some conversation and some dialogue that you have to have with her, right?
Hmm.
In
Yeah.
order to really know,
Oh,
like, and ask the questions and make the statements about what it is that you really want, right? Like
correct.
let it be known, right?
Or you hit it around. It's like, I like this and I like that, and she do the same, and you just watch her do it, and she watch you do it.
Right. That's what I'm thinking
Yeah.
because I'm really grabbing a hold of this idea that we do too much. You understand what I'm saying?
Hmm.
We do too much. We fixing breakfast in bed. Like, wait. You know what I'm saying? Don't be doing that. Wait, don't do that yet. You
No,
know,
you don't do that
a
yet. You don't
little bit
start doing that down the line.
dangle,
Like,
right.
yeah,
Dangle a
you
carrot, but don't
baby
start
steps.
doing that. What you say?
Baby steps.
Hello? Now you in the kitchen cooking in the thong, or something crazy. No. No, say that for marriage. Hello?
Oh,
Okay. Now you can go crazy and do all that for your husband.
it's been.
You know. But no, but I'm saying that, because I know that women feel like they have to do that. I actually
Mhm.
talked to a lady at the thing, and when we were at the singles mingle, and she says, "But how do you show him? Because you don't, I said, "There's other ways you could show a man that you got his back. You do not have to wash his clothes.
Nope.
You do not like it. Sometimes we do too much. Miss Reed, are you married? That is the question.
Me, am I married? No, I am not.
Okay, so wait a minute. Wait a minute. So if she can't fix breakfast in bed while dating, does he not take her on trips until she's a wife?
Oh, he did not. Oh my goodness. Breakfast
See,
in
no,
bed should
because
be
that's
fixed.
all
That's later.
part.
Make sure, first of all, when she invites you over to her house, See if she can cook instead of takeout. Because most women do a takeout and throw it on the plate and say they cooked it, not
You are.
necessarily seen them in
Are
the
you
kitchen or to
serious?
smell it. Yes, I've seen it.
That's crazy. I never. Okay, I know that. I
So
think
be
I would
honest,
make a really good wife too, Glenn. So his birthday. Wait a minute.
except for his birthday. What
So his
that's
DJ
that's
can't
if
get breakfast in bed. Yeah, he
if
could get it
she's
on his
your
birthday.
wife, if
No,
she's
he
a
could get
potential
breakfast in bed on a
fiance,
birthday.
fiance or wife.
Hello.
If she's just your person
Right.
you're
I
dating,
think
I
that
don't
she
think you're
should
gonna get
really
breakfast
take
in
you
bed.
out. I really think she should take you out.
Yeah.
What? Wait a minute. Okay, speak on it, Benny High. You know what?
Somebody else,
You a mess
I
up.
ain't married
By the way, I am married by law,
by law.
but that's why I'm not married. I've been guided to my beloved wife through my divine highest power.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
All right. All right. I'll take that. But it's really like I think that we sometimes do too much. We do the wifey things and we are not the wife. And by the way, I hate
Exactly.
the term wifey. It's like, what is that? Right? Right. Fiancés don't get the full treatment either.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
I
It's like,
think wifey is a word to use
yeah.
to, to replace the word girlfriend.
Yeah, but I don't like it.
Yeah, it's not a good
Yeah.
word. Wifey is just a
Don't do it.
temporary person there.
Yes. Yes. She's a wifey.
Wifey be yeah.
She's not right. And I don't like it. That's why I don't like
Mhm.
it. Wait a minute. Glenn said fiancés don't get the full treatment either because you still single.
You still single.
You still Glenn, what you say? Glenn
They
says
should they should at least get 50% of the treatment because they are your fiance and they're going towards marriage.
right. Well, you
Is
could
leading down that line.
take him away on a vacation, on a weekend
Yeah.
getaway or something. But what I'm trying to say is you're right, Glenn, because no. And I think that we have gotten so far away, to be honest with you, so very far away from understanding where the line is, right? Because you got women that are out here that are doing the most for men, and the men ain't even claiming them.
Not doing 100% of nothing.
Right. Don't nobody even know they in a relationship.
Benny says so when she spends the night and gets up and fixes breakfast, does he not feed her, wait until she leaves?
You
What?
know, anybody play with you? Anybody play with you? Oh my goodness. Ain't nobody play with you. Diddy High, you play too much. Look.
Oh
But
my
no, it's
goodness.
serious. No, no, no. And he gets up and fix. No, he can fix her breakfast if he like,
Yeah.
because she's, more than likely if she's at his house. I don't know. Only thing I'm saying, because I don't want to go into the weeds with that. I really don't want to go into the weeds with that because it could get crazy. Um, um. Oh, Midway says, they are in the process. My wife was my fiance. No, I get it. Oh, wait. I gotta do Hector's comment. The only difference between engaged and married is just a piece of paper. Okay.
All right.
Okay. And Opal said, Patricia said, I don't know why that Opal keeps sticking out at me. Maybe I'm wrong on this, but on the first date, I think both parties should meet at a restaurant, a public place where both parties can be comfortable. The whole
Yeah.
dating thing is really difficult. I will admit, I'm in a dating rut. If I don't move soon, it may be too late. That's why I'm listening and really trying to take this good information in. Okay, sweetie, thank you for listening because seriously, you think no, I think it should be in a public place. Have you
Mm-hmm.
heard anything otherwise? I mean, yeah, what have you heard otherwise, Patricia?
Yeah, I think your first date should always be in a public place.
Yeah,
Never
right.
do the chill move. No, never do the chill
No.
move. Oh,
Hey
we
man,
go out, have a good
you
time.
Netflix and blah, blah, blah. Netflix and chill.
Not,
He ain't really got nothing
no,
good for you.
no.
He ain't got
That's
that good
three
for you.
months. That's 3 months or whatever down the line. No, that's not. No,
No,
mm-mm,
we not doing next Netflix and chill. No.
no.
And she can tell you, won't you just come through? Mm-mm.
What did Benny say?
Lord, he calls a wifey. That ain't good enough. But he giving them a label instead of her guessing what they are. I hear you. This
Yes, yes,
Yes, that's true.
true.
But what
That's
I'm
very
saying is I
true.
just hate the term. That's for me. That's my personal thing. Some people are okay with it. It was that I was just saying that for my I hate that term wifey, right? Okay. Hector says when a couple is engaged, that is when the decision has been made, as in this is the one. Oh, absolutely, Hector.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Yeah, yeah. That is yeah, I want you to be my wife. That is not I am your wife, right? That is I want you to be my
Correct. To be my wife.
right. I want to marry you, but we are not married yet. Now, I had a couple about 3 weeks ago and hey family Benny. You know what? Oh, Benny's the only one you see? Okay, I see you, D. I see you. Um Wait, Patricia, take your time, baby. He will find you. Don't look for him. All right, now,
Correct. Yeah. I agree
Glenn,
with Mr. Glenn. Yes.
I am doing this.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so Midway says I had 6 first dates in public places, and then I met my beloved wife in my driveway. What?
Okay.
How did that happen? Midway, get up on here. You know what, Daryl? I got a problem with you. Hey,
Was she
fam.
walking by? Was she strolling? She was taking a walk.
Yeah, what was happening? How did you meet her in your driveway? Thank you, Glenn. Wait a minute. Patricia says, wait a minute. Wait. I have heard of, can I come and watch TV with you? Let give you a massage. No thing. Exactly,
No,
honey.
thank you.
We
Definitely
ain't falling
no.
for that.
No.
That's like falling for the banana in the tailpipe, girl.
Exactly. Like no. That's a definitely no.
Yeah,
No, thank you. But I
no
appreciate
way.
it. No.
We
Mm-mm.
is not doing that, sugar. Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
Going out of here. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Uh So when the song comes on, will you be my wife? Yeah, I don't want to see you busting out a two step.
Oh no, he did.
You know I am. Wait till you come back
Oh,
to New
he
York.
did not.
Wait till you
He
come
said
back to
doing it.
New
He
York.
said doing a two-step too, Kim. He said doing a two-step.
I know.
He said,
You know I'm gonna be dancing to it too. Okay,
you
I'm
know,
getting it in. I'm getting
in our
it in.
mind, it's just a song. It's just a
Right,
song.
right. Y'all is too funny. But
Mm-mm.
yeah, so just to go real quick back over what we
Mhm.
discussed. Um, this is a whole show, Kim and Kineta. Midway said it's a long story. This is a
So,
whole show.
oh,
It was for him to explain to us how he met his wife in the driveway. Okay.
okay,
All
got
right.
you. Understood.
Dance it off, Kim. Okay. So just to go over what we discussed, right? We
Mm-hmm.
talked about initially what's too much to share with
Yeah.
somebody that you're dating, right? And so again, it depends on it's subjective. It depends on the situation that you're in,
Sure.
right? And it also
Right.
depends on how much you really like that person, right? And whether or
Right.
not you feel like you want to be tied to and connected to them for any length of time. Because when you think about that, when you make that connection with somebody, it's on a whole different level. And I'm speaking from experience,
Mm.
right? There is nothing, absolutely nothing that you want to withhold from them. You want to share as much of your life as you can, and you are excited, and they are excited for you, right? So there's nothing like I want my husband to be the first person I call about anything, right?
Right.
Or my man, right? Because I'll need it to be that kind of a connection. Like I'm so excited. You're the first person I think about because I just got a phone call said I'm going to be on Oprah or something, right? I'm gonna call you before I call anybody else, and I'm gonna be squealing in the phone because you are my love. You are
Right.
my safe place. You are my protection, right? You are my covering, right? So you're the first person that I want to deal with in a relationship. I don't even want to tell nobody. I ain't calling my best friend first. I'm calling my man because you my man and you my best friend. Right. And I want to tell you everything. Babe, guess what happened? I went to the mall today. You know, somebody almost hit my car. You know, like every little stupid little thing I want to share. Now, he may not want to hear every little stupid little thing, right? But I want to
Most
share
likely not.
because you my light in the dark place,
Right.
right? Because the song that I hear in my spirit about you, the things that I prayed for and that you would be, you are all of that, right? And because
Right.
I see you, like, yeah, I want to share all that with you, right? But if you can even tell, even when I say it, it makes my spirit glad, right?
Mm.
So I can only imagine like what my life is going to be like when I'm with him, right? So there will be no holding back or withholding of any part of myself. And I can honestly say that, he's not going to want to withhold any part of himself from me. It won't be like he won't even have to ask, baby, where you going? Because I'd have been already done told him, babe, if he can't talk and he at work, I'm getting ready to go to Roosevelt Field, babe. You need anything? I'm gonna pick you up something. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's gonna be that, right? So I think that it comes down to a question of what type of relationship it is, whether
Right.
you're dating, whether you're courting, whether you're fianced, ring on finger, and whether you are married, right?
Right.
And if
Yeah.
you are married, for our relationships to work, just listening to the couples that I've had on over the last 5 to 6 weeks, that are married, all of them are in alignment with God. All of them. And
God first.
when your husband aligns with God, you have no problem submitting yourself to him and him correcting you and you correcting him because you are both in alignment. He is an Ephesians 5 man. You are living and have already been living a Proverbs 31 woman. And so when the two of you come together and he loves you like that, there is absolutely nothing that can stop you from growing and being prosperous in your marriage except for death, right? So
Correct.
there would never be an issue if you are operating in that vein where God is first, right? Um and everything else we talked about, y'all already because y'all was
Yeah.
listening. I just want because we was like, way, but that's okay because I knew it was going to be dope like that. My sister better, okay? I already knew, right?
Oh, I'm so happy. I had this question. Everybody came and chimed in. It's been so lovely to hear from everybody.
This was dope. This was
Yes.
dope. And it was just like a free fall because usually it's not that it's structured. I just been having couples on since the beginning of
Mhm.
the year.
Yeah.
And so I haven't really been on except for when I just go live, but not on my Thought-Provoking Thursday, which I think is dope. Glenn says, first of all, Glenn said, Amen.
Yeah.
He said, if he has
Yes.
God in his life, he will love you like God loved the
Love
church.
church.
Amen.
Amen. Yes,
Amen.
he will, Mr. Glenn. Yes.
You and your wife are coming on. I've been trying to get y'all on here. Hello, somebody.
Oh.
Hello.
Oh.
I want to see y'all come up on here. I'm gonna be scheduling that out for the next couple of weeks. So I'm gonna be having single men and women up here. I want to profile them. I want to profile these single men and women, what you looking for, what you want, what's been the problem in the dating game. Why has there been a problem? Oh, it's going all the way down, y'all.
Uh-oh, it's going down.
All the way down. Yes, yes. Yes, yes. When y'all talking about what? Okay. Okay. You know what? You want to talk about that? You want to talk
Talking
about
about the aggressive woman in 2023. So what kind of women have you came across as aggressive?
it's a lot of women out here that are aggressive.
Yeah. Well, now that you think about it, yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. You see us on the book Happiness. Okay, I don't know. I don't know what you mean. Oh yeah, when we see you on Facebook, it's Happiness. Yes, you and your wife, y'all are beautiful together, Kenny. I mean Midway. Okay, I'm gonna call you your real name. Okay, so um, I don't know. You know what? That's a good question
Yeah.
because there are a lot of women. Some men think it's aggression, and it's okay, right? But I think it's assertive, right?
So some women just like to be to the point. It's not, maybe they come across a little aggressive, but don't really mean to.
Yeah, I'm not, well, you know what? I don't know, right?
Right.
My To be fair, right? I see aggressive women and I'd be like, you know what I'm saying? So, I'd be like, girl, I don't say nothing because
You
I gotta
just
go back. I ain't fighting. You know
you
what I'm
just
saying?
observe. Yeah, you just observe and you watch and you just pay
Yeah,
attention.
yeah, and there are a lot of aggressive women out here, but then there are a lot of both men and women who are
Women that are aggressive.
right,
Yes.
and maybe they make a good couple. I don't know, but all I know is that that is a very, very good topic. But we also, if we're going to talk about the aggression in women, we also have to talk about how women came to be in the place that they're at right now. Like we just cannot talk about the fact that women are aggressive, right?
Right.
No more than we could just talk about that men are super sensitive because they, was primarily raised by their mothers, right? And so they are emotionally sometimes they don't always operate with emotional intelligence,
Intelligent.
right? And real talk, because men these days they want to kill the girl because they can't have the
That's a
girl,
girl.
and they're so emotionally overwrought. And primarily, I believe, because they were raised in single parent households. That's what I would like to believe. I don't know. I could be wrong. I haven't really done the research on it as much as I should have. I've done some of it, but not enough, right? And so
Right.
it just seems to me that sometimes, and I didn't even mean to really go deep into this, but since you asked, when you talk about, the aggression and women being extremely aggressive, then the other side of that is that why are they so aggressive? And then the other side of that is why are brothers more emotional than they've ever been in their life?
Yeah. A lot of brothers are really emotional and they wear their feelings on their sleeves a
Yes,
lot.
yes, yes. Hector said red flags. Oh yeah, domestic violence out here is cray cray, right? And
Yeah,
it's,
it
and
is.
you want to know something? And it's the aggressive women. Now check this. Gonna blow your mind right here. It's
Mhm.
the aggressive women who are fighting the men, but they don't have the strength of the man.
Nope.
Men without emotional intelligence who are killing them because they are so aggressive. Sometimes this is not in every case. I'm just talking about
Okay.
situationally, right?
Right.
I think about that because I'm like, well, we upside down and inside out. Like we're in bizarro world, right? Because but if you look back at the history and the why people are where they are today, it's huge. It's huge. It's not it's not a situation whereby this happened by accident. This thing has been building for a long time. Like all of a sudden these kids are like overly sensitive.
Mhm.
They in their 20s and they trying to kill somebody because they won't because they want to move on with their life. What's wrong with this picture?
Right. To Mr. Midway, it's not that easy to learn a woman, just like it's not that easy to learn a man. You know, all women are not aggressive, but there
No,
are
they're not.
some.
Go ahead, Canada.
Yeah, I was like, that's not all of them are not aggressive, but there are some who thinks they wear the pants and not the panties. But yes, but you have to learn you have to learn the person regardless.
Right,
Mm.
right, right. A woman can. What did you say, Hector? Can you know what? That's true because
Then you
they
say a
with
woman can whip
right.
ass and really with the right words. Yeah,
Yeah, that's
they
true.
can tear a man down with just the words.
Yes, therapy healing got us sensitive. You know what? Therapy and healing got you
He
sensitive.
said
No, it
30.
did not. Thank you, right. Wait a minute. Bring being new in these streets. I'm that fresh piece of meat. You
To
so
me.
silly.
Oh my goodness.
You so silly. Don't listen to him. No need to get physical. Wait a minute. It's some comments up here. Wait a minute. Okay, let me see this one. No need to get physical. Okay, wait
No,
a minute.
no.
The topic of women is not for most men to have opinions on. People are aggressive, people are toxic, and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
Why give these negative titles to women? I have the answer. I think that it's negative, to be honest with you, Midway.
Right.
I think that regardless, there's so much crap going on out here in these streets. In these streets. That's in these streets.
She said
Okay?
in the streets, not
In the
streets.
street. Child is the streets. No, because no, it really is. It's like we deal with this like it's so difficult to deal with a lot of this stuff that we seeing out here. It doesn't mean that there aren't solutions or there aren't topics that we need to discuss, right? Because there is, right? But if we're going to have open and honest discussion midway, we got to call it for what it is. The you do not I don't think a lot of people realize how many men are being abused
Yeah,
physically,
that's pretty much
right?
under the rug. A
Be-
lot of people don't
right.
talk about that.
Right, because men are embarrassed and they don't want anybody to know that they woman or their girlfriend or their wife is busting them in the
Mm,
head to the
yeah,
white meat. Real
yeah.
talk. And so that's why every time I talk about domestic violence, I always speak about it for the man and the woman because I talk to a lot of people who have been accosted, not all of them clearly, right? But enough of them to know that there is really a trend where women have been being, and not just with their mouth and beating men down. And nobody talks about that because everybody talks about, oh my God, he beat the woman, right? But they don't understand that men are being beat up just as well. But that's why y'all love me because you'll know I advocate for y'all, right? And I'm being honest because
Mm,
nobody's out here crying in the dark for the men. There's a lot of women that are abusing men and nobody is talking about it.
mm. Nope, they're
They
not
don't know
talking
how to
about
talk
it.
to their men. They disrespect them in public. I've heard tell about married couples and they out at barbecues and at friends' houses and different things. And the woman is straight going nuts on
No,
him for no reason. You understand? So that's why. I promise you that's why I advocate for my brothers because y'all go through so much. Now, I'm not saying that you can't use your brute strength, but most brothers know how that ends badly for them. And
mhm,
even if they were to do something back, sometimes they got to protect their job, they got to protect their whole livelihood, and so they don't do anything. And they are being abused. And I'm not saying they're being abused more than women. I'm saying that they're being abused just like women,
women.
right? And so that's why there are some aggressive women out here, let's be
Mhm.
clear. And I'm not sugarcoating nothing for nobody. There are some women that do not know how to talk to their man, period. Period. Hello? Hello. Okay, long as we're clear. Okay. Hold on. I'm gonna take these last few comments and we done.
Okay,
The topic
okay,
of women is not okay. Oh, okay. We read that one already.
okay.
And to be spiritual, this was a God conversation because the Holy Spirit took you guys in the direction he wanted you to go because you really helped someone. So thank you for letting him use you both. Praise God. I'm glad.
Thank you, Mr. Glenn. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, you making a difference out in these streets, Kineta.
No,
You
I'm
is making a
trying.
difference in these streets, honey. You know, it's so silly. I love y'all. I'm telling you, especially if they are bodybuilders for a living. You know what, Hector? I'm not doing it with you.
Uh-uh.
I do it because I can break this all the way down in Kim's next show on this topic. Okay. We
Uh-oh.
when you and your wife let me know because I'll put y'all on my schedule. Beware, wait a minute. Beware of Sister Soldier. You know what?
What?
Silly.
Oh
Heck,
my.
seriously, seeking therapy will have you addressing that life trauma you didn't know you had exactly.
Please.
I'm telling you, I go to therapy. I need it. Y'all, yeah, okay, so true. Yes. My brother was physically abused by his ex-wife for years. He didn't tell us for some. Exactly. And a lot of people don't talk about that.
Yeah,
You
they
know what I'm
don't.
saying? They just don't. That's why I'm always advocating for my brothers because all they supposed to do is be silent. Like women, we always doing this. We be doing this on steroids in concert. Yeah, please. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
I'm not mad about that. That's how we communicate. That's how we relieve things that are on our hearts and on our minds, right? The issue is not that though. The issue is that men don't have the same type of outlet. They don't have the same networking system. And they don't want to say to anybody that
Not even to their best friend or brotherhood.
Right. Exactly.
Hmm.
So where do they go to get some respite? Who do they have to talk to? And in real talk, Black men commit suicide at a rate higher than any other nationality because they don't have the safe space. That's why I'm always telling my sisters, if you have a good man who is loving on you right and teaching you, treating you right, doing whatever, listen, create a safe space for y'all. He needs to have a place of comfort where he can talk about the things that are bothering him and they're not thrown back up in his face, right? Create that safe space for your man, right? Especially if you want to be married, because a man is only going to marry a woman. Well, I can't say that. That's not a carte blanche statement, because some men like hellish people, and that's fine. That's what you like, you go right ahead, right? My point is that a man generally needs a woman to be his peace. You know what? Blink 3 times if you need help.
I can't.
Y'all off the hook. Biddy.
Please,
My Biddy.
I just can't.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Midway said trauma, because it's trauma. Right? His balance. Yes, his peace and his balance. Yes. And where do I go when there's nobody else to turn to? Who do I talk to when nobody wants to listen? Who do I lean on when there's no foundation stable? I go to the rock. He's able. I go to the rock. You better say so, Hector.
That's right. Yeah.
I go to the rock. Who the rock? Jesus. You better stop playing with me. Hello, somebody.
Number one.
Hello.
Number one.
Midway said, my wife is my balance. Amen. Amen and amen. Your higher power. Amen. Gotta set boundaries. Amen. Amen. Right? So that's it, y'all. Listen, this was Kineta. We did that. Girl, we were here for an hour.
I know. I had a lot of fun.
I only do an hour show, girl. Here we is.
I know.
Girl, y'all doing the most. Like, I'm only playing. Y'all know I love y'all like some fried chicken. I promise you I do. Thank you all so much for watching. I love y'all for real, for real.